Some of the nurses said it would really be wonderful to have some type of program that recognizes excellence in nursing. And after a set of discussions, it wound up with a single sentence in the 2002 agreement. And the sentence said, "The League and the Union shall establish a committee to develop league-wide Nurse of Distinction program." And that was it, a single sentence.
The original idea was not so much that it was an award for individual nurses, but that it was a recognition of the important role that nurses play in the hospitals and the need to have that recognition made public. One way to do it, of course, is to celebrate excellent nurses and to talk about their role in the patient care team that operates within the hospital environment.
The Nurse of Distinction has enhanced the professionalism of the registered nurses of 1199 FCAU because they have greater voice in their workplace. They have input into decision making of the delivery of care of their patients. They know it best.
When Labor and Management agreed that we will have this program, the Nurse of Distinction, be placed in our contract, it was exciting. The nurses were happy, excited about the moment and the idea of recognizing nurses for their excellence.
The Nurse of Distinction process is touted as the Academy Awards of Nursing. Every year we get together as a citywide committee, and we also have a hospital committee that meets and reviews all the applications that come in. The nurses are very excited to find out who our winners are going to be and who will represent our hospitals at the citywide level, and it's just a fun partnership.
The first Nurse of Distinction in 2004 was one of the most magnificent and dreamlike events. It was beautiful. The nurses were excited. No one thought they were coming to an event of that magnitude.
The first time I took a water taxi, which was a lot of fun, to where it was on a barge restaurant in the East River. And then every year we've had to look for a different site because it's gotten bigger.
One of the extraordinary things about the Nurse of Distinction Award is how it's gained an enthusiasm over the years. It started out as a pretty modest effort and it just kind of took off. It was one of those ideas, I guess, whose time has come, and it's gotten the support of every hospital that it's been introduced to, both by management and labor, and has become a big way that those hospitals can celebrate the role of nursing.
It grew to more and more institutions, not just city institutions, not just league institutions, but league and non-league. So as over time, it then developed from a program of a couple of hundred people visiting to now, I think, over 800 people attend this function. And now many people say it's the hottest ticket in New York.
It gives me that real feeling when I look around in the room to see how each institution would just shouting and supporting their nominees. You know, it makes you feel good.
When the nurses saw Bruce McIver, Bob Lynn, Dennis Rivera, and then George Gresham, when they saw that everybody came to honor nursing, it was very important to the nurses, and it became this enormous celebratory event so that people started to dress in evening gowns and people hired limousines and came together. And you know, to me, this is so great because people face so many challenges, everyday nursing in our hospitals. You know, there's so much day-to-day contact with really hard things. I think our nurses think this is just a moment to celebrate what they do.
As a citywide winner of the Nurse of Distinction event in 2007, it was one of the highlights of my life. I was not only proud of myself, I was proud of my colleagues who nominated me and recognized the hard work that I was doing. I was proud of my institution that we had a citywide winner, and I was just proud to be a nurse and realize that I have so much more that I can give to this nursing.
I see the Nurse of Distinction in the next 10 years as continuing to inspire young nurses as they come through the system and more seasoned nurses as they move through their careers.
It was groundbreaking in a way because we've never been, union and management has always been mostly at each other's throat. And thanks to interest-based problem-solving, bargaining. We were able to find commonalities in what we do and common ground.
The value of the labor management partnerships in the hospital is critical. It's a much more important part of the patient care team than just the recognition that you get on a night like this. That's really where the rubber meets the road, and the nurses play a critical role not only in modeling the right kind of behavior, but in participating in those teams.
We have moved way past the traditional push-pull, adversarial, positional model to a model of collaboration and problem solving.
This is one of the best forums that ever came out of interest-based bargaining.
It has changed the life of nursing in 1199 in many, many ways.